What is Snowflake? Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse. So we'll see after some time about data warehouse also. So this is in cloud environment. And as usual, earlier, whatever data warehouse we're using, the same thing only, this is also a data warehouse. It is available in major cloud platform like Azure, AWS, and GCP. These three are major cloud platform nowadays. So while creating the account of Snowflake, any of these need to refer. After that, Snowflake is independent. And here, like other clouds, so many features components are not given. Very straightforward they have designed. Pay as you go means how much we can use, those much amount only need to pay. No need to purchase with some petabyte of space, and even if using or not using, pay that amount. Not like that. So if we are using 2 terabyte, pay 2 terabyte amount. If using 20 petabyte, then pay that amount. So that is called as pay as you go or pay as you use. Leading SaaS. So we have some other SaaS environment also there. So this is the leading one out of all those in this SaaS, this Snowflake. Okay, so in this SaaS, if you will see cloud services, so that is one cloud services only. One is IaaS, full form is infrastructure as a service. Another one is PaaS, platform as a service. And another is SaaS, software as a service. So Snowflake is this SaaS, last one, software as a service. It is not platform or not infrastructure as a service. So we can tell that as a SaaS also. Cloud versus on-premises. So nowadays cloud came to the market from past few years. Earlier it was not there. So what is the benefit then? Why they are migrating? Many are coming to this cloud platform, even if others are available. Upfront cost. So whatever we are using, that only we have to pay. Unnecessary, no need to waste the amount. Server installation, configuration, set up the environment are not required. From whom we are purchasing, they will take care of all those things. Suppose you are working in Cognizant and purchasing from Snowflake company, then that headache is from Snowflake company only. They will give all the ready-made setup. We can just use that. So from our organization side, no need of infrastructure team for that, no need of admin team for that, no need of setup, configuration related that, installation, everything will be taken care by the company only. So we don't have any ready-made software from our side to install in our local machine, hardware related, network related, skilled resource for all these activities, no need to recruit, keep in company, give the salary, those are not required. That's why to avoid all those things, many companies are migrating nowadays to the cloud environment. Otherwise, whatever technologies are available earlier in on-premises, means in local, the same things are coming up in the cloud also, which is the web environment and easy to use, easy with compatible, and no other extra process will come. Now next is other SaaS application. So this Snowflake is software as a service. Similarly, any others are there? Yes, Redshift is there. It is in AWS cloud. BigQuery is there. It is in Google Cloud. Synapse is there. Azure Cloud. But Snowflake is independent. Just for creation purpose only, we can take help for 1 second or 2 seconds in this. After that, no. Snowflake can be deployed in any cloud. So whenever it is deploying and creating, then any cloud is fine. It is not specific to AWS or Azure or anything. Anyone we can choose. Okay, few background of this Snowflake, some history. So Snowflake founded in 2012 in San Mateo, California, US. 2012 means 13 years back by 3 data warehouse experts. These are the 3 persons. Their names are mentioned. We should know who developed this, when it started, in which country. Those are very basic things. We should know that if you are going with any kind of technology. So these 2 persons work as a data architect in Oracle Corporation. So Oracle is one company, Oracle Corporation. In that only as a data architect, in your level of experience only they were working. And in that project, one Snowflake project they started for few of the years, worked in that project, and later on it released in the market. So when it released, 2015 June, and immediately it went more popular, so that 80 around IT companies started using that Snowflake. So slowly it came to India also, and 2019-20 around, many popularity increased in India also in many companies. Snowflake was identified as cool vendor. So this is very cool job, purely SQL related, and whatever necessary they have given, unnecessary things they have not included so many. So people are facing very comfortable, and many are moving to this environment also. Some advantage of this Snowflake. So they have given very good syntax, which are little bit complex or not good one in our previous Oracle or some other databases. Little bit of changes also they did, so that it will be very easy and convenient to retrieve, insert the data, as well as some partitioning and other features which are added. So database has OLTP, which is supporting structured data, and data warehouse has OLTP, basically that is also support the structured data. But in this Snowflake, they have added another one is semi-structure also. Okay, so directly final data we cannot store as semi-structure. First, we can place the semi-structured data, which are file like JSON, HTML, XML, Parquet file, Avro file, CSV file. These are the semi-structured file. File data are called as semi-structure, where row-wise meaning is there, but column-wise, if you can take, then maybe or may not be meaning will be there. Those kind of data are called as semi-structure, purely as a file. So those features they have added in this Snowflake. Earlier, which data warehouse was there, this feature was not there. Slowly they started added, but in Snowflake from starting only they have added. So first we can place that file into one environment they have given, that is called a stage environment. After that, we can take it into tabular form in the Snowflake, another environment they have given. So finally, as a tabular data, we can see from the JSON file also, XML file. For every kind of Parquet Avro file, we can see as a table kind of data. And for storage purpose, they have given for unstructured data also some spaces. So unstructured data, we cannot read that properly, but as a storage, we can use in this Snowflake, like image, audio, video, and any other unstructured data is there. We can store that also. Storage space they have given. And again, data warehouse, if we are talking, means that is alternate name as OLAP, Online Analytical Processing System. So that can be very much useful for analyze the data, report generation purpose. Through that, if any downstream other teams are there using Axiom or Power BI or maybe Tableau or any tool they are using and generating the report, then that will be more helpful. Single source of truth. So wherever report is generating, no need to go with many tables. Directly they will extract from the target area, which is the OLAP or data warehouse only. So it is very good to use. And again, from data warehouse, if it is split into small part, which is called as data mart, also it can be connect to that downstream, so that report generation team can take it easily. Whenever Snowflake we can use, three different way we can use. One is web UI, like this one. This is purely UI based, through which we can interact. Already one inbuilt UI they have given. This is very easy and comfortable to work. So 90% of world people are using this web UI only. Classic web UI, that is called. Another is Snow Site. So if anybody know Python properly, basic to advanced level, then they can use through Python also. That is one way. Another one way is SNOWSQL CLI. So command user interface in our command prompt. So command prompt means CMD command. If you are using in our Windows, one prompt will come in black color screen, that is command prompt. From there also we can install one small software that is called as SNOWSQL, and that is command line interface. So everything we can do in command. That is also one of the way. So all kind of tasks we can do either here or here or here. Anyone is fine. But majority of the people, 90% candidates are using this first one. That is the better approach. Very easy, user friendly, comfortable, smooth way we can go. Some GUI feature also there, right click, left click, and all those. So easy to handle everything. That's why everybody are going with this approach. So we can also go with this approach, classic UI. But 1-2 sessions we can do for this also and this also. So in this NoSQL, wherever the data are as a file, we have some Parquet file, Avro file, like semi-structure file, or maybe CSV file. So in those cases, to upload the data from our local environment or any other server to Snowflake environment, compulsory we have to go this approach, compulsory. For that, they have not given the provision. Whatever the command and script is given, that will not work here. That will not work here. So compulsory, we have to go with this one. Upload and download. File from local to Snowflake and download from Snowflake to local. That can be done by using this only. Maybe later on they can give some other approach. If it is a big file, then must we have to go with this. If small file, then fine, it can work. But we have to use for big file only. In Office small file, always we will get not like that. So compulsory this one. But other tasks also it will do, but unnecessary to make confusion, and it is not more user friendly. Only command related we have to use. That's why other tasks can be done from here only. There are two types of user. So one is Snowflake user, another is non-Snowflake user. So who are working in Snowflake company only, they will get some username and credential. They are the Snowflake user. Like if we are working through some other company, then as an external also we can get some user ID password. Those are non-Snowflake user. This Snowflake is role-based access control. So whatever the roles are given, assigned, based on that role only it will work. Automatically everything will not work. So by default, maybe some minimal things will be given. Those will work out. Otherwise, need to grant the role for which user, which kind of task, which kind of warehouse, everything, then only it will work. Otherwise, it will not work. That is called as RBAC model. So in interview also they are asking, what is RBAC in Snowflake? Can you explain? So very easy, role-based access control. Okay, now Snowflake different edition. So wherever we can open one account in this Snowflake, these are the 4 options are available. So standard, enterprise, business critical, BPS, virtual private. Okay, so privately, if anybody is doing some big business, then they can go with this last option. Business means in our organization company, which are having very big project, critical stuffs are there, then they can go with this edition. And enterprise means normally in company they are using enterprise editions. If project is very critical stage, then they can go with some more features so that they can upgrade to business critical. And standard, that is given for us, means who are first time learning, for practice purpose, test purpose, learning purpose, we can go with this standard. So we cannot go with this enterprise, business critical, and this one need to pay the amount. So don't invest any amount for learning purpose. The standard edition they have given free for 30 days. So if you can open the account whenever we can start practical on that day, next 30 days it will be valid. Once it will be expired, then again it will ask to renew that. So if you will renew, then again maybe 30-40,000 minimum amount need to pay per month. So that is not required. Using the same mail ID only, just create another user ID. So n number of times you can create, no problem. So another 1 month also you can do practice. So we can go with this standard edition only. Another is basic edition. Nobody is using that. Very early time, before 7-8 years, that was available, but many features are not added in that. So we will not open account in that. So these are the various editions are available. Okay, so which are extra given in this enterprise edition and standard edition? All these few points are mentioned. Like in SQL, PLSQL, you know about materialized view. So materialized view is available in this enterprise edition. Then if any data is removed till 90 days, it can be revert back. That is one feature given. Similarly, few more are given. Data masking policy. So all these are given. In standard edition, those are not available. If anything is removed, within 1 day only we can revert back. After 1 day, we cannot give that. Then premier support 24/365. Okay, so every time if we want this support, then that is also one problem. We cannot get that. But enterprise official version, any moment we can go for the support 24/7. Customer care people will be available and they can give us the support. Okay, now many are coming for first time about this data warehouse and they don't know what is the difference between database and data warehouse. What are the similarities between database and data warehouse? So first need to be clear it. You are already worked in maybe some databases like Teradata or SQL Server or maybe Oracle, MariaDB or anything, Postgres, MySQL, anything. So those are considered as database and that can be called as data warehouse also. So no need of any confusion. The same can be called as database, the same can be called as data warehouse. So in which case we can consider data warehouse, which can we can consider database then. Like if you are driving a car, any company, for example, we can take Maruti suppose. So in that Maruti also, some sedan related model is there. And again, some small is there. Again, some bigger way it is there. SUV we are calling, but driving style, everything same. Suppose 5-seater example you are taking. So hatchback is there for 5-seater, little bit small size. And again, the 5-seater is available with this same SUV we are telling, little bit bigger size. So more people can sit, not like more than 5-seater, but 5-seater only, more spacious is there. And it is given with some more boot space. We can keep more luggages also. Comfortably we can sit and easy way, comfortably we can do journey also with very smooth way. But car is car only. Maruti is Maruti only. Any changes? No. Driving style is same. All the gears are same. Everything. Similarly, coming to data warehouse also, small database and big database. In this way we can understand. So small database, we are just telling database. Big database, we are telling a data warehouse like SUB. So most of the features, around 90% are same only. Little bit of changes are happened in this data warehouse level. So Oracle, if you are using in a company project as a database, we can tell that as a database. If we are using that as a data warehouse, we can tell that as a data warehouse also. So some extra additional features, space kind of thing will be added. Then it will be used for the data warehouse purpose and we can tell that as a data warehouse also. So what are the similarities then? Database and data warehouse both store data in structured format. Structured format means what? Table data like Excel sheet. SQL language you are using for Oracle, how the data are displaying? Some columns are there, some rows are there. Those are called as structured data. So data warehouse also using same structured data. Nowadays, few data warehouse are given additional feature as semi-structured. Again, finally, those will be converted to structure for display purpose only. That provision also they have given. So final conclusion is structure. If unstructured, then it cannot make structure. That's why just for storage purpose they have given in Snowflake. But working purpose, structure only we have to use. If not, we have to make that as a structure. Both use SQL only. So SQL, if you know, here also SQL will be used. Whatever the common SQL knowledge you have with the database, those are minimum plus some extra things are there. So additional or extra or changes part we can do. The same part if we will do, then again minimum 30-40 hours it will go. So that we will not do that. So SQL is common here also. Data integrity, constraint related features are here also available. Both support ACID properties, atomicity, isolation, durability, consistency. These are the features of database. In data warehouse also those are present. Data modeling techniques, all the uses same here also. Then both require storage. For storage purpose, we can use database, data warehouse also. We can take backup or backup purpose can be used. We can recover also. Both can be on-premises as well as cloud. Nowadays, cloud came to the market. So database also under cloud it is present. Many are there. Data warehouse also under cloud it is present. Many are there. So both can be anything. Both allow indexing for faster query. Both the places, index concept also there. Security and access control also there. Both use metadata and describe to get the structure. Yes. Both can integrate with ETL, ELT tools. So one is ETL, extract transform load. Another is ELT, extract load and transform. So few tools are there related to ETL and ELT. Both are supporting database as well as data warehouse like Informatica, Talent, ADF, Azure Data Factory, DBT, Data Build Tool, Airflow, and many are there. So DBT is not completely ETL tool. Some portion of ETL it can help. So some portions of ETL having problem, table data of database, if we are taking to Snowflake data warehouse, then direct provision is not given. Maybe in near future, it is in progress and we can get after few releases, maybe 1 year or few months it can take, but till now direct option they have not given. It is like 5-6 steps, so which is taking some time. That's why we can go with some tool, any of these tool, it's fine, using any of the ETL or ELT tool like Informatica, Talent, ADF, DBT, Airflow, like that. But DBT nowadays many companies are asking in the requirement along with Snowflake combination. Why? Because this DBT is in discussion, under discussion with Snowflake company to merge. So maybe, may not be, not guaranteed. Maybe in future, within few months, it can be merged. If not merging, then maybe some other tools also they can refer. So it is not mandatory that using DBT only it can be done. Any other tool it can come. Or who are ready with the programming language like Python or Java or anything, even if PLSQL guys also, they can do that. Without using any of the tool also, they can do. Need to write some lengthy course, but yes, that is possible. And in many company using Python also, Python developers are separate team. They are creating those framework and script programming also. They are not using any tool. Then both can connect to BI reporting tools like Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, Excel. So wherever any team is there to generate the report from Snowflake data warehouse or any database earlier, maybe on premises or cloud, whatever it may be, both are possible. Data warehouse as well as database. Schema available in both database, data warehouse. Both support stored procedure function. So many similarities are there. So if anybody perfect with SQL means almost 60 to 70% of Snowflake is done already. So whatever the extra feature is there, that need to learn and upgrade. Then what are the difference between database and data warehouse? So few features are given here. Run daily basis, daily business transaction. So daily basis which transactions are happening, regular basis which are happening, that can be done in database level, like daily or maybe weekly, up to monthly also fine. But very rarely which are happening 6 months one, or maybe yearly once, or in 10 years one time or 3 times. Those kind of scenario will go to the data warehouse. Like very simple example is there. If any of your kid is going to school, or maybe in your college time, you can recall BTech or MC or MBA, whatever. So some tests are happening, like monthly test or quarterly test or any cycle test, all those things. So all those are final? No. So those are happening just to cross verify with a regular interval. And we can upgrade ourselves where is the lagging and all those things. So those are not maintaining in any certificate also, or not maintaining in any of the final record also. But wherever the annual exam is coming, that is the final. So board exam or annual exam, wherever it is coming, that is final. So at that time, we cannot claim that my kid is having fever, this problem, that problem. So can you conduct another time that annual exam? Those will be not considered. That is the final one only. Whatever can be excused in the previous exams, maybe monthly or half yearly or quarterly or maybe class test, all those can be fine. Excuse is there. So here regular transactions which is happening, maybe day-to-day activity of a bank, or maybe any big shop is there, DMart or any kind of similar shop is there, day-to-day transactions are happening. So all those can be done in the database level, maybe daily or weekly. Some frequency interval is there, regular interval. Wherever we are completing all those things, all work is done, then finite amount of data can be stored in one place where regular transaction will not happen. So in that case, we can go for data warehouse. We can store the data in data warehouse. Like every day you are doing GPay, PhonePe in your bank. So daily lot of transactions are happening. So wherever those transactions are completed up to 6 months around, then is it necessary? No. Or maybe before 2 years, is it necessary in the database to maintain? No. So those will be slowly moved to data warehouse. So wherever any customer example we can take, 10 years of bank statement is required. How many frequency is there? We don't have more frequency. So wherever you are taking a big loan for house construction or maybe one big business, then maybe from where you are taking the loan, they will ask 10 years of bank statement or whole years of bank statement in that bank. So Occasionally it is coming, not regular interval. Maybe within 5 years, one customer can go, or maybe some customers are not using that also, who are not taking loan up to 20 years also. So occasionally which are happening to extract the data, but storage purpose permanently it is storing, then those data are routing or loading or storing into data warehouse. So that will perform the analytics purpose it will be helpful, report generate purpose it will be helpful, business intelligence way that will be helpful. That is data warehouse or well AP, and here Snowflake is a data warehouse only in cloud platform. Data type, current data only it will handle, database up to few months or maybe some short period of years also. Then real-time data, detailed data, but coming to this data warehouse, it is historical data as well as current, both can store, but summarized data, not in detail level, only the summary part. Data model, pre-NF is there in database, but in coming to data warehouse, star Snowflake schema is there. We'll see all those things, dimensional modeling and all those. Workload type, small and frequently we have to read, write, but coming to this data warehouse, it is very less. Large scan, sometime it will happen. Aggregate result, complex join. So frequently it will not happen. Users, some app users, applications who are using, developers, operations, testing team, they can use it frequently. But data warehouse, analysts, some level of data engineers, data scientists, they will use. Query type, very simple, point queries, because we have limited tables only and specific data are available in those tables. But coming to this data warehouse, out of 50, 100 tables, 1 or 2 tables can be formed with the summary data. So analytical query will be more. Storage wise, limit is there in the database, but in data warehouse, unlimited. Like in cloud, it is unlimited, or even if non-cloud also, lot of data, huge amount of space they are purchasing, some petabyte level. Scalability, CPU, RAM will be used here. In cloud, no need of all those things. These are independent. Performance optimization, index normalization are there, but in data warehouse, some MPP mechanism is there. That is one concept. We can see that caching, clustering, micro-partition, all those will be used. So these are some differences. Now coming to the Snowflake, in real-time project, if you are working, then 3 layers they are maintaining. So 3 different schema will be prepared. One is raw schema or bronze, it is called. Second layer is stage or silver or clean. Third schema is curated data. This is the final data from where BI team will use that data, or gold can be called. So the proper word is bronze, silver, gold. If we will go back to few years before cloud came to the market, normal data warehouse if you are using, then it was called as staging area. Second is ODS, operational data store, and third one is data warehouse. So those 3 names only given with the new terminology in the cloud environment, bronze, silver, gold. So the raw data which are coming for first time, those will stored here in this bronze. Then after purifying that data, it will be moved to the silver. And again, final data as per the exact business requirement, it will kept in gold, so that will fetch and report generation will happen. So in this way, 3 different layers are there. This is also one of the interview question. Okay, now we can jump to some practical things. Okay, one very good and interesting topic we can see, masking policy today. So this is one of the chapter or topic under this Snowflake. So wherever we are talking about Snowflake, first of all, need to set the context setting. So here 4 context parts are there. One is means role. This is called as role. We have to set that. So by default, account admin role will be set. That is the super admin. Through that, anything we can do. By default, it will come. Or if we change something, then we can change back to account admin also. Then under that, warehouse will come. So Snowflake is a warehouse, data warehouse. So we have to create one warehouse. Default, they have given few, or as a user, we can create and use that also. So this is warehouse. Third one is under that warehouse, maybe few default databases are provided. Otherwise, we can create our own also. So that is database. And under that database, few by default schema they have given. Otherwise, as per our requirement, we can create in our own. That is schema. So first of all, whenever we are working, role, then warehouse, then database, then schema. These four are not set, then we cannot proceed any of our work. So here I already said this. First time if you are opening, then it will not set. So suppose another tab I am opening here, plus symbol is there. If I click, then another tab will open. So these are called as one notebook. In notebook, we can work that. Maybe you are using SQL developer tool to connect Oracle, or maybe SSMS tool you are using to connect SQL server database. So multiple window you can open to do the different tasks, same thing. So this is called as notebook in this cloud environment. So here, if you will see, automatically again it is coming. Account admin, test WS, test DB, test schema. Again, if we will open another one, here it is not coming. See here, choose database. Account admin, that is the super admin by default came. After that, compute underscore WH. So this is also default one, warehouse name given by Snowflake company only for every user. But my database name is different, already created. So we can select this and we can select our name also, test WH. And the warehouse size means data warehouse size are started from X small. So these are like t-shirt size. So t-shirt size, everybody you know, X small, XL, L, then X, double XL, triple XL. Same thing only in Snowflake also they have given the size value. So for free version, if you are creating X small only, it will create by default. But in Office version, if we are creating in that edition, then big size also it will go. Those are cost effective. That's why for free versions, it is not required for us for learning purpose. This X small is sufficient for our learning. Otherwise, XS is there, XL is there, double XL is there, triple XL is there. Only S also they are small size. All those options are available. So here, if you will see, these are the names. X small, everywhere X small only. So by default in free version, X small it will come. So compute underscore WH, Snowflake, another one is system dollar stream LIT underscore notebook. This is one. So these two are by default given by Snowflake company. So in interview also they are asking what are the default roles, what are the default database, what are the default warehouse, and what are the default schema name? Can you tell? That is one of the very compulsory interview question. So wherever you can prepare at that time, you can remember. In warehouse, first one, and this 1, 2, 3, fourth one. These two are by default. Others we can create an add-on. Similarly, role-wise, so super admin is account admin. Similarly, few they have given as a default, like security admin, then sysadmin, user admin, public, org admin. So 7 they have given. Others which are coming extra, we can create so that it will display here. So now under account admin only we can go. At my data warehouse I am selecting, that is test underscore DWH. As a UI only we can select, otherwise as a command also we can select. Use warehouse name, use database name, use role name. In that way also we can execute it, select. Otherwise graphical way also we can do. Now it is selected. Next come to database. Choose database. So here database is not selected. So next test underscore DB is my database. Suppose under that public is given by default by Snowflake company. Other two I have created. So I can select this one. Now all are done. Then only we can start working anything. Otherwise we cannot do that. So here coming to this notebook, which we are planning today as a masking policy, contact setting, all these 4 already done. So if it is showing also sometime, if it is not working, then forcefully we need to do that. So forcefully means command wise we can do and execute. So what is this masking policy then? So this is very crucial part of Snowflake. Quickly we can try to complete this. So masking means it is one of the secure way we can keep the data. Like few of the customer information like Aadhaar number, PAN card number, phone number, salary, email, personal mail ID, credit card numbers, those things we should not give to anybody as a public. It can create problem in future. Maybe unnecessary so many junk mails, calls, message we can get. Otherwise, maybe many hacking are going on in market. Anybody can capture and they can go with some negative way. So a lot of risks are there. Otherwise, our personal information, how much salary is there or how much amount we have in our bank balance, what is my personal email ID, how much tax I am paying, those are purely private things. So we should not share to anybody. So if any company is working from some customer side with any banks or IT organization or any other building data, whatever it may be, those should be maintained securely. So they have given one provision, masking policy. So using this, what will happen? Few portions from starting or middle or ending, it will display as a star, 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 and other details, maybe 4 characters or 5 characters, it will display. So nobody can understand that. So it will not go as a negative usage. Okay, this is useful for protecting the sensitive information from unauthorized access or exposure. Masking policy hides sensitive data. So wherever sensitive data is there, securely it will hide the whole full information. Partially it will be displayed so that nobody can see or nobody can go with negative use. For which role it is given, they can only see, other persons cannot see. Masking policy can be applied only at the column level, table level, schema level, database level. It is not allowed. Only for particular columns only we can give. Snowflake supports only one policy for one create statement. So wherever we are creating, at that time, one policy only we can create at a time. Then second time, another policy we can create. At a time, more than one policy using create. No, not it cannot be done. Multiple masking policies is not allowed for multiple columns. Using one alter statement. So alter statement we can use to add some masking policy. So in one alter statement, only one can be done. More than one, not possible. Whereas, where same masking policy is allowed for multiple columns. So same masking policy, suppose one we are creating, then we can add in 2, 3, 4, 5 columns if it is applicable using one alter statement. And that logic will match. Then we can go with that, like mail ID. Here for this use case today, what we will do is mail ID, very real scenario this is. So everybody is having one personal mail ID and another is official mail ID. So for both mail ID only, we want to hide it. We don't want to make it public. People cannot see our mail ID. That use case we can do. Very real example. Okay, so this line, try to remember a lot of question people are facing in interview because few of the data warehouse in cloud environment as well as non-cloud environment, it can be created with this masking hiding policy one at a time, or even if one masking policy, then it can implement with one column only. Multiple column it is not allowing to implement. In Snowflake it is given multiple columns also recently, and if we go back to maybe 2 years around, it was not there, that feature one by one only. That's why compulsory they are asking in the interview also, and in real time also this is happening. So that use case we can see today. Masking happens during select. So wherever anybody is going to display the data select star from the table name, it will be not visible to everybody, not during storage. So storage level, it is as usual. We can give our information means in that Snowflake, it will keep that only. But wherever fetching the data, instead of that displaying your actual mobile number, it will display cross, 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 y, like that. Okay, so multiple policies in multiple columns. This is the use case we can see. Whenever class will be there, single policy with single column, single policy with multiple column, multiple policy with single column, multiple with multiple, all scenario we can do. But now this is demo part, so we don't have more time. So we can go with the major part, which is multiple policies in multiple columns. And this is very, very frequent interview question. So we can create a role for test purpose or for our work purpose, suppose. So here account admin already it is available and few more are already available. So what we can do is HR team is there and sales team is there in the company. They can see the whole data, whole information, who are having the access. Suppose in that HR and sales role also 10 persons are working. So out of those 10 persons, for one person, they are having the user ID means access or login ID. So for that user only, if access is there, they can able to see out of those 10 members in HR team and sales team. Other persons also they will not see, even if they are in HR team also. So as a role, we can create two roles first. Create or replace role name. One is HR role. We are in account admin role. This is super admin. So anything we can do from here. Next is sales role. Another one creating. Once those are created, then we can see here also sales role, HR role. If it is not created, we cannot see that. Or even if it is not visible, if we can refresh this page, then it will be visible. So anyway, successfully it is created. Now we can give the permission. So we are in super admin. So my login name is digital123. So first need to give this permission. Grant role, HR role to this user. So just giving the permission. For sales role also giving the permission. Now these roles are available or not? We can check that. Step by step it is mentioned. In office work also you can follow this step by step. Many students are referring and working for all the topics. They are not facing any problem. So roles. It is displaying HR role. Sales role. Okay, so these two roles it is displaying here. Now use role HR role. Then it will change the role. Now we are in account admin role. So if we can do use role HR role, then it will change to this role. So now again, few more things we have to do from admin side. So I'm not changing. Later on we can change. Okay, now we can create one sample table. So sometime graphically, if we are using the database schema, if it is not happening, then using this command level we can do. So forcefully it will change. Use database name. Use schema name. Now everything is correct. Test underscore WH warehouse I am present in Snowflake. Test underscore DB database. Test underscore schema name. Now under that I am creating one table. Create or replace table name. Few column names are given. So here you can observe one is personal email and another is corporate email. Two email ID is there and another one is phone number. So these three as a customer or employee don't want to make it public. Phone number, contact number, corporate email ID and personal email. Similarly, any other column also required then can be done. So simply we can create a table, same like SQL with other database, just creating a table. Now table is done. We can insert few data, just 2-3 rows is enough. So insert into this table name. Okay, so we are ready with table and data. Now, first of all, we have to create a masking policy. How to create? Create or replace masking policy. Then one name we can give. This is the syntax. Create or replace masking policy name. So for phone number hiding, I'm creating one masking policy. The name given as phone underscore masking policy. So the name should be understandable so that anybody can understand that also. Okay. As after that, in which column we are going to create? Which kind of value we are going to create? Phone. So column name is given as phone. Data type is string. Then what it will return? It will return with string. Then what kind of thing it will indicate? As part of the syntax, hyphen and greater than symbol it will give. We have to give so that it will point to next line, which is a case statement. So we have to design our policy logic in a case statement. So case statement in SQL, maybe you already know that. So case will be start and will be ending. In that we can give our logic. So what is that logic? when current role, it will fetch the role which user is logged in. If he is in current role as HR role or sales role, then phone number will display completely. Else, if non-HR role, non-sales role, any person is fetching the data, then what it will display? Concat function is used. So xxx hyphen xxx hyphen from right side phone number 4 digit it will take and display. So this is the logic. So for that we are creating a masking policy. Now wherever phone number is there and we are going to implement this masking policy, we can use this. It is not like that one table only. So this is one to many. One policy can be used in many tables if this same kind of feature or logic is there. Now another masking policy we can create, email masking policy. So we have two email column. So this email masking policy we can use in two different mail ID column. Create or replace masking policy, same name as email is the column we are keeping. Just a dummy name we can give, understandable name. It is not the actual column name. It is a dummy name. Then we can implement there so that it will read that. So as a string, it will take, and as output, what it will return? As a string only, it will return. This is the syntax of symbol. Then again case statement. So where current role is, again these two role which we created, then email will display completely. If other user, other role people are using this, then it will display like this. xxxx at the rate split part is one function using our column name at the rate wherever it is present, it will split there. And second part of that, if it is taking, then like gmail.com, tcs.com, cognizant.com, those kind of person it will come, that part. So xxxx at the rate gmail.com, xxxx at the rate yahoo.com. So nobody can capture what is the mail ID of that person. So for that one policy we are creating another one. So again create. Now policy is created. So next we have to implement in our table. Next step. So apply or enable or set this masking policy to the columns. How to do? Using this alter statement. Alter table name, modify column name. Then set masking policy this name. So this is for phone number and this two is for email. Done. So now it is implemented in our employees table, that policy. In which column? Modify column, phone number column. Phone is one column name. There it is implemented. Previously just we created, now implemented also. Now similarly, another column also we can do, corporate email column with another masking name, email masking policy. The same name is available in another column also. We can take corporate email and personal email. In two columns, both are email related. So our logic is same only. That's why same masking policy again we can implement it. They are also done. Now here, in many interviews, some students are getting this question. So I prepared this also. Instead of implementing the same policy into different columns with the same logic, at a time, can you do this? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. So one alter statement we can do for one column and one policy. Again, another alter. Even if same policy we are doing into different columns, which are the same logic, then multiple alter statement. But we can do in another alternative way, this one. If you are very familiar with SQL, then you can easily understand this. This is one data dictionary of Snowflake, information underscore schema. So in schema level, one data dictionary is given. In that dot columns means this is one table. So in that table name is there, data type is there. So if you want to see, just select star from information schema dot columns. This is available. So table catalog means this is the database name. table schema, schema name, table name, column name, then their position number, nullable or not nullable, data type, see here. So wherever data type is text, we are filtering that. So all the text data type related column it will come, and table name, employees, so that it will come, that table. Similarly, few more informations are there. So these are not required now. Just we have filtered here. Employees table and data type we are filtering. And in select, if we are writing alter table employees modify column space, then what it will display? This part it will display. Alter table employees modify column, then space. Up to this it is coming. After that, we are including this concatenation operator, then column name. So wherever employees table with data type is text, then only it will take those columns. So maybe many columns it will come, 5 or 6 or 8 columns, but we don't need all the columns. That's why another condition is given here, and column name in corporate email, personal email. So those columns only it will come. Okay, so here what will happen? Two columns we have. So two columns is coming, then 2 times alter table this statement with column name, means this name will come for corporate. Then set masking, again concatenating policy name. So instead of writing these two separately, we can write in a single shot also. In this provision, we can do that. That doesn't mean that in a single alter, we can do everything. So this is, some people are thinking that single alter we can do. So if that is the case, then it's fine. That's why double answer you have to give. This is one way, this is one way. Now, only these two columns it will do, and just observe I am executing this. See here, previously we executed this two alter statement. Now also indirectly we executed those two only. See here, whatever we executed earlier, same thing only it is coming. In that way only we prepared our SQL query. So if more columns are there, repeatedly we are doing all those, this will be easy. We can prepare with this kind of approach also. This is expected in interview. Okay, now if we are going to disable or revoke the masking policy, then just mention alter table name, modify column, phone means column name, onset that policy name, or onset masking policy. So directly whatever policy is there, it will remove for that column, for this column, for this column. So now we are not removing. This is the way how to remove them. Next, what we can do is, we have some data. So in account admin, we are present. If we can see, select star from employees. Okay, so we have given access to visible for HR role and sales role. Now we are present in some other role. So see here, phone number according to our logic it is displaying. Last 4 digit only, and before that XXX it is added. So this is secure now. This is masking now, hidden now. Similarly for corporate email also, tcs.com for this person, ibm.in for this person. So previous one it is not displayed. If everything will come, then that is not hide. Similarly for personal email also. Now suppose we can change to this role where we have given use role, HR role. Now see here, HR role is displaying, that is changed. Now we can see select star from employees. See here, for HR role, for this user we have given access, able to see this. Similarly, if we can change for sales role, also able to see. But other role, if anybody is logging with different user, nobody can able to see. Now it is full secure there. Now next step is test for other role except HR role. Okay, that also we already did. That will be not visible for other role, and for those two role only it will be visible. Now, if we want to see some details about the masking policy, how to see? Show masking policies. These are displayed. So this one we define now, and this one. So when it is created, under which database, under which schema, which is the owner, account admin is the owner. We have not given any comment. If we have given comment, then it will also display. Okay, these are the things it is displaying. Similarly, using describe, if we want to see describe masking policy, this masking policy name, some structure it will display. Name is this one. Signature is email varchar. What data type for what column we have given, that is called a signature. Return data type is string means varchar. And what is the logic? This is given here in body. This is the logic. So using describe, we can see that describe table name. If we can give, then also we can see phone number column, corporate mail ID column, it is added. So here policy name. What is the policy name defined? That it will display here. Similarly, we have one data dictionary information underscore schema. Under that policy underscore references is one table. In that, if we can give policy name as this kind of syntax also, we can see few information in data dictionary level. So if we want to extract some information with the existing masking policy, these are the various way we can go. So email masking policy we have given. So email masking policy 2 times it is displaying because in 2 columns it is added. One is corporate email column, another is personal email column. So these are the, it is showing as active. If we can remove this or unset this, then it will become inactive. Okay, so this is the way how we can get the information of this. Now next is, supposing the requirement it is coming, give the masking policy name is like this. That is a business information. So how we can change that name then? Alter masking policy if exist, this name, existing name with new name, rename to this. All the syntaxes are related to SQL only. This supports SQL. Okay, alter masking policy. So we are in different role. We can change the role to account admin. Now it is successfully done. Now if we can see the list of masking policy, then we cannot see the previous name. So masking policies. See, email underscore masking policy was there. So that is renamed to SMK. So SMK is displaying now. Previous one is not there. Again, if we want to rename it back, then SMK to previous name we can give again, so that it will rename again. Email underscore masking. Okay. Now, if we don't want that policy, we want to remove. So drop masking policy, that policy then. It is not removing. This is another interview question. From masking policy, this is very important topic. Around 4 to 5 questions you will get from this chapter only. Drop masking policy name. Directly we cannot drop that. How to drop them? After inactive or onset, only we can drop the masking policy. That you have to tell. So first we can make it inactive. This one. So disable or revoke, or we can make it inactive. The masking policy. So alter table name, modify column name, then onset masking policy for that column. So whatever the name is associated with that column, that will be revoked. Similarly for another, revoked. Done. Now again we can come back there. Drop. So drop masking policy name. Now it is inactive. It is already gone. In data dictionary, if we will check, then it will be not available, that name. And in some table, it will show as inactive. Now we are able to drop this. Okay. Similarly, now table also we don't want, this row also we don't want, everything we want to clean it. Then just drop everything and clean it. Now show roles, it will be not present. Those are not displaying here. All are gone permanently. So if it is already present and we want to give some comment, add or remove comment, then this is the way. Alter masking policy if exist, that name set comment equal to, previously comment is not there, we are going to add some comment. Give that. Again, comment is not required, then on set comment it will go. Okay, so this is one use case for one topic we have taken with one use case which is for multiple policies in a single table with multiple columns also. Okay, so it's already 11:43. Some practical, some theory we discussed. Any questions from anybody? We can take it for a few minutes and then we can wind up for today.